Hey guys, happy Friday! It's JFO here. And today I'm going to talk about astrology. Yes, today is an astrology day, and what I want to talk about today is astrological aspects in romance and in dating that you don't realize. Because here's the thing, every book that you freaking read, I'm going to get really heated in this video. Because a lot of people just don't understand astrology in the way that I see it. And this is why I have this channel, by the way. So when you go to do astrology from a superficial, I'm going to read this book about it standpoint, what you're getting in the book is going to tell you, well, a Cancer doesn't go with a Aries. That's a harsh aspect. That's a harsh aspect. Or they're going to say a Cancer and, let me think of a good one actually. So a Cancer and an Aquarius don't get along. That's my favorite one, right? Because Cancer and Aquarius, they don't. A Cancer is a feminine sign. Aquarius is masculine. Right there, they don't meet, right? Cancer is a water sign. Aquarius is an air sign. Not really, okay? Cardinal, fixed, they just don't go together, right? But it actually doesn't work that way. So this is the first tip you want to know about doing synastry is what they call it, right? It's the art of using astrology to understand relationships, specifically romantic relationships, right? So don't ever say that again. Don't ever say that a Cancer and Aquarius will not work. Please just don't. And the first reason is because you are not your sign. I say this all the time. You are your vibration. So you can have two charts that are horrible together astrologically, but vibrationally, you just flow because you're just so high vibe and you're so kind to each other and you're so communicative with each other and you have such strong compatibility that it overrides anything astrological and you just work through your things, right? Because every astrological connection is going to have its positive aspects and its negative, right? So even a really negative one, yeah, maybe it's not going to be as easy, but if the vibrational energy is good, you get to go. I've also seen two people with incredible astrology come together and it's shit because their vibration is totally off. They're not communicating, all those things, right? So that's tip number one. A second thing I want to say too is that a lot of times a Cancer and Aquarius are going to go together. Why? Because the Aquarius is right close to Capricorn and the Cancer is really close to Leo. And why is that important to know? It's important to know because so I'll give you an example. So if you have a Cancer, someone whose sun sign is Cancer, mathematically, their Mercury sign is only three options. Their Mercury can only be Cancer or the sign before it or after it. So Leo or Gemini. Okay, so those are the three options that a Cancer can have for their Mercury sign. And it's the same with Venus and Mars, but it just goes wider. So for Venus, for a Cancer sun sign, their Venus can only be Cancer, Gemini and Leo, or the signs after that, which is Virgo and Taurus. And then it expands even more for Mars. So a lot of times when I'm reading someone's chart, or let me say it this way, when I'm trying to guess someone's chart, and I guess an energy, it's hard for me to know which one is the sun and like what I'm feeling. Am I feeling the sun sign? Am I feeling the rising sign, right? Usually when I'm guessing someone's energy, it's because I scan the charts in my brain. Like this is how my brain works with astrology. It's crazy. I'll scan all the charts that I've ever done in my life in my brain and I'll be like, who does this person remind me of? And then I'll kind of calculate, oh, they remind me of this person, this person, this person. And then I scan the charts and I sort of see, oh, I see what the similarities there are. And then I can guess, right? But a lot of times when I'm doing that, like I'll guess a Leo energy, but they could be a Virgo, but just have a lot of Leo. See what I'm saying? So like I said before, Aquarius and Leo is opposites of the zodiac. Capricorn and Cancer is opposites of the zodiac. So you might have a Cancer with Mercury and Leo, okay? And an Aquarius with Mercury and Capricorn. And now they've got their suns and Mercury are opposites, right? And so that can be really interesting and fun. So that's like really disclaimer one was that you're not your sign. And disclaimer two is that it's really the chart as a whole that matches. Okay. So if you've got that opposition energy, it might really be really good. Okay. But this is the third tip that no one talks about that Jake was going to bring you with astrology, something I've noticed for doing astrology for all of these years. Okay. Now I've noticed it mostly in my love life, and here it goes. So obviously in the beginning of doing astrology and dating, I was like really being kind of ego with it. Like I was like, oh, damn, it's not perfect. Like their Mercury with my sun, it's not perfect. Like, I'd be really ego with like making sure everything was perfect. Like both suns are a sextile or a trine, and both moons are a sextile or a trine. Those are the positive aspects. Or maybe there's a really fun opposition in there, but there's not too many oppositions and there's no squares. Like, you know what I mean? Like I got really like obsessed with the charts being perfect. And if you know astrological aspects, I think I'm doing a video on that. Yeah, I'm doing a video of that in a couple of weeks. Not next Friday, but the Friday after that. So stay tuned, where I'm really going to dive more into specifics on what the aspects are. This is just about chemistry. Okay. So I'm getting heated. Okay. So this is so fun. So fun. So I used to get obsessed with it being perfect, right? But then as I started dating a lot over many, many, many years, right? Well into my 30s, I started to notice this pattern of the guy that I would always truly just have the best chemistry with. Always, always, always. They were always a Cancer. Okay. More times than not, they were either a Cancer or a Scorpio. Now, but I'm a Sagittarius. That doesn't work, right? Well, one of the reasons is because I'm a Sagittarius and a water house, Pisces, and the two other water signs are Scorpio and Cancer. So I was really feeling that energy. Another thing is that my Venus is Scorpio, water. And so my Venus wants that watery energy, right? Okay, but here's where it gets fun. So normally in my chart, the way I normally look at chemistry, if I'm really looking at it, you want masculine with masculine and feminine with feminine. And you want it on both layers. So let me give you an example. A Leo in the Scorpio house is going to be really good with the Sagittarius in the Pisces house, because you got Sag and Leo, both fire signs, masculine, and you've got Scorpio and Pisces for the second layer, both water signs, feminine. And it's this trine. A trine is when you've got water and water, right? And then you've got fire and fire. You got the same element. That's a trine. And it's like, not only do you have it on layer 1, but you have it on layer 2. That chemistry is going to be amazing, right? But I was noticing that I was always attracting the combination of the double whammy. What is that, J-Bo? The feminine in a feminine house, or the masculine in the masculine house, right? And that's not my chart. Pretty much all of my feminine signs are in masculine houses, and pretty much most of my masculine signs are in feminine houses, right? So I've got masculine, feminine, masculine, but I wasn't attracting that. I was attracting feminine and feminine, masculine and masculine. So I would attract a Cancer in the Scorpio house, right? Or Aries in the Gemini house, right? So why? And here's the key. Because both of my parents, both of them have pretty much most of their chart, they have water in a water house and earth in an earth house and fire in a fire house. They have that double whammy, masculine and masculine house, feminine and a feminine house. That's what they have, both of my parents, and even some other people in my family. So what I learned is that I'm going to attract the familiar energy from childhood, right? I'm not going to go attract, this perfect match. No, I'm going to attract what I had in childhood, that familiar energy, so that I can recreate it to heal it. That's how romance works. So what you're going to do is you're most likely not, like, a lot of people are going to come to me and they're going to say, oh, but is this a good match for me? It doesn't exist. You're just going to attract what you had in childhood that you still need to heal. Okay. So the better way to do it, if you want to geek out on it, is I would track the astrological information. Like, as you're dating, track down, okay, they were a Cancer in this house and their destiny was this. Like, just know the chart. And then what can happen, which is so fun, is you can start doing manifestational work on the chart you want, which is not what I'm doing right now. I'm visualizing the chart I want, because I know like the perfect type of chart that usually works for me when it comes to dating and chemistry. And so then you can have a little fun with it. So let me know if you have any questions, comment below, subscribe, and I'll catch you next week.